You may not recognize what this is right here and what it's doing and how it got there, but I'll explain all that in this video. This laptop never had a high performance mode, it was just balanced. And when you're running very demanding software like Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom, it's very frustrating because all that stuff is very slow, it's laggy, and you wish you just had a high performance mode that you could kick the laptop into, but there is none. So how I was able to get this is by going to Codebagger website right here. I'm going to link this in the description. Scrolling to the top, you can see it's called Quick CPU. Simply scroll past all the screenshots down to this section here. Download either 32 or 64-bit. Your PC will most likely be a 64-bit version. And then it's going to show up as a folder looking like this here. It'll be a zip. You simply open that and then double click on that and it'll start the installation process. I have already done that, so I'm not going to do it again. Once it's installed, you want to launch it. And once it's launched, you can see all the readouts here of your hard drive, the temperature, the percentage that's being used. And here you can also see how many cores your computer has. So looking right here, you can see enabled cores are 8, which is the total my processor has, and 0 are parked. That's because I'm in high performance mode right now. If I were to go down to low, that's not going to change it right now, but if you give it some time, the processor will park some of those cores because they're not being used. They're just not in demand. But right now, because it has been in high performance mode, it takes all those. So a parked core is basically a core that's asleep. It's not being used. Think of it like an app that you put to sleep. You're not using it for a while. These sliders down here make it very easy. Core parking is what I just mentioned. So setting this to low, so for example, 10%, means 10% of the time it's going to put cores to sleep. Maybe Windows thinking that you're not using them, so they're not necessary, and that can lead to lag when they have to be woken up, basically. And setting it to 100 is just saying that it'll never park cores, so they'll always be active. The next one below it is frequency scaling. So looking at my base frequency here is 1.99 gigahertz. So if I bring this slider up to 100%, it's going to maintain that base frequency the entire time. So it's basically going to be running on full maxed out frequency. And then Turbo Boost just increases the speed of the processor. So if you bring that all the way up to 100, it's just going to keep it running fast the entire time. But that could also lead to overheating. So it's important, because you're doing this manually, it's not Windows doing it on your behalf just in your basic settings. You have to keep an eye on your temperature, which is right there. So when you're using this, it's a good idea, especially when you're starting out, to just open this up, just keep it minimized, keep it open, and then just take a look at your temperature and make sure that it's not getting too hot. Also, if you notice your fan is running the entire time and your laptop or your PC, whatever you're using, is getting very hot, you should probably dial that back a little bit. And then this performance slider basically does the same thing as if you would have a high performance mode in your power options, which I did not. I just had balanced recommended. So that fixed my issue right here. Now this is not called high performance mode, but I know what it's doing. But if you actually want to create that option in your power plan here, you'll have to hit this icon up here, the high performance one. And here it's also kind of telling you what it's doing. So it's completely disabling core parking. It's maximizing the turbo boost setting and so on. And then you just hit accept. As you can see, we have that high performance mode. It does have a different title. It doesn't say high performance mode, but That's how I was able to get that. So if I want to go to balanced, maybe if I'm unplugging my laptop, I can still go into power saving mode, especially if I go down here. I still have power saving mode. It is now grayed out because I have quick CPU running and the performance maxed out. But if I was to disable that, I can go back into power saving mode if I'm unplugging the laptop, so it has to actually save battery. Your computer speed doesn't always depend on high performance mode. It could also be viruses that are killing your speed. Now, to figure out how to clear all those viruses, watch this video.